Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Affirmations. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell when you see when I post. Let's see. For those of you that are new, we do address the topic of healing slave trauma. And we always start off with our saying, death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Have you been eating fresh or rotten fruit? Always wanting to mind the self-talk that you do with yourself, as well as what you speak out loud, as well as what you speak about others. We all vent, but if we are being malicious or lying on others, sometimes they can activate read what you sow, okay? So we want to be kind. And also, too, whenever we're speaking truth, that is never wrong, right? But also, too, with speaking truth, sometimes that can cause people, places, and things to be very uncomfortable, right? So sometimes you can get negative responses from speaking truth, right? Even though it's correct, okay? So we have to be mindful, knowing when to speak truths or not. That is definitely something that I've struggled with. I'm always very truthful and kind of straightforward. And there's a scripture that talks about let your yes be your yes or your no be your no. And I kind of connect that to being a person that's very clear and direct, right? So if your yes is your yes and your no is your no, that means that you're being very direct, right? But the world, a lot of times we live in, people don't like that, right? Clarity, right? So that's something to be aware of as well. Um, so let's see. I am needing to work on, I always talk about needing to work on getting a proper stand. I'm always rigging things, yeah. Okay, let's just see. I'm going to pull a, I know I got my little hat on. Come on here. We got our twist. We got to keep that under control. Let's see. Normally I have cards already pulled out, but let me just kind of grab. Something. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Let me kind of grab something real quick. Look at me. I'm rolling in my chair, y'all. We got me some rain today. I don't know what the weather is like where you all are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this right here is the one we normally get when we kind of look at spirituality, right? Because one of the things that was also affected during slavery is our religion was controlled, right? And so basically we were kind of monitored and told how to interpret the Bible, right? And we've talked about how things have been added and taken out, right? And so we are looking at something called universal laws. It is in the description box. We always talk about how if it is not, if you don't feel like it is your calling to explore more, right, outside of that Bible, then that is a good thing. You do not want to do things to cause yourself to be uncomfortable. But we got a card called the Law of Creation. Focus your mind to create your deepest desire. Again, right? That's that whole thing. Death and life is in the power of the tongue, right? And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof, right? So it's this concept that we do have the ability through our thoughts, through our speech, to put something positive into motion or something negative, right? So our words are very powerful. So it's the same concept. It's amazing how everything is connected. No matter kind of what we look at, it ends up coming back to some of the same concepts. Okay, number 5. Let's see where we're at. Page number 5. Where are you, 5? Okay, 3. There it is. It says life is being created from spirit, your higher self, right now. So it's this concept that not only is the spiritual realm creating things, but even Again, they call it co-creating, right? So if it's a scripture like that, it means that we do have some say. It's just like a people, this concept of a prayer, right? You're praying and birthing something to life, right? This axiom is the first cause of mode of operation of how the creative process of the universe works. It is the unfoldment of thought through universal law into form. This law is based upon the primary axiom of spirituality. So this is interesting. It is kind of looking at spirituality through kind of like a science. The reality that life is created from spirit, your higher self. And again, how can your higher self create things? It's just like how we are able to create children and birth, right? Birth humans here on earth. Spirit manifests itself in and through all creation, right? Meaning we all kind of are one. And so anything that is here has the original spirit on some level. And through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creations. Okay, that's deep. Spirit manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creations. Interesting. So anything that you're creating or anything that's created, it looks like what it's saying is that it can never be almost like not more important than you or overtake you on some level. Or you're greater. The person that is the creator is greater than the thing that it creates. I think that's what it's saying. Put in the comment section if you think it means something else. The manifest universe is the body of the spirit. The creative principle works for everyone equally. Okay. Interesting. It says you are directing energy upon universal law by manifesting the outpicturing of your life right now with zero effort whatsoever. So again, sometimes you're not even realizing things that you're pulling towards you, right? Negative and positive. By drawing this card, your high self desires for you to awaken the truth of who you are. You are a divine spiritual being, creating your reality via your beliefs within your soul. This is a message telling you to acknowledge yourself for all the beautiful things and experiences you have created upon until this point of your life. Pick one thing today to create without getting sidetracked and complete it. Once you have accomplished this one thing, you will experience more of your divinity and ability to consciously create. It's almost like being more intentional with things that you are wanting to do and making a decision and not. So basically be more present, be aware of what you're thinking, be aware of what you're doing. Making sure that you are choosing wisely. Journal, it says, take inventory of your beliefs you have about yourself, people, and life. What beliefs do you choose to keep and which ones no longer serve your highest purpose? Okay, with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. I thought I'd pop in real quick. If you notice, I didn't even have my Palo Santo today, but I just said, okay, let me just push the button. Okay, so hoping all is well, I'm going to end with our statement. Everyone has a right to heal from trauma, right? Without judgment, without the interference of others, even a race nation. Until next time, bye.